Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
This is Derrick Henry, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check, check. Watch 54, watch 54. Come on, D. Bring up. 54, right there. 54, Mike. You must be dreaming.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And the catch made by Hilton. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Let's make these babies cry right now. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Stay with your man. Wide, get wide.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
He's coming up. He's coming, double up.
Now a handoff working right. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Big stop. Big stop. Let's go. 30 towards the mic. 30 towards the mic. I'm trying to collect.
Throwing on 2nd down, Jackson. He finds Corey Davis. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They go play action now. Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Here we go, G. 36.
On second down now. It's Henry. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Mike 42. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on offense. It's going to be a long day.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. He can't get him down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Kill.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gator. 54 Mike. Here we go.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. 49, guys. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. 49's the mic. 49's the mic. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Six. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Hey, defense, let's go.
2nd and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Check. Put up.
Operating from the gun. Love. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Ready? Switch it. Kill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Ravens on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And again this time to the tailback. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
First down, Ravens.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 34's the right. 34's the right.
To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. He will find Davis. That's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Ravens on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And they're able, oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Off the play fake. Love. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Check Mike 27. 27. Oh, here we go. Oh, Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 24 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check Mike 34. Mike 34. You get blocked here.
Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. third down. Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. From the gun, Love. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Love. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
March 43. March 43. Here we go.
Off play action. Love going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The final shot before break. Love. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 74 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Back to throw. Love under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. On 2nd down, Levy able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the... Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
He doesn't get many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number is going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be frank, they usually don't have the hands that the running back does.
And it's hard for them because they do so much blocking that a lot of times their hands actually get beat up in the process, and it's hard for them to hold on to the football.
Jackson now, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Now they'll run on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. This will be caught by Brown. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. So they decline it as that will bring up 4.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Let's go.
On first down, Levy. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Looking to throw on second down. Love. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's the Wisconsin native and former Badger, J.J. Watt, in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Harris to return. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
The fuck did you trade to get them players?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on 2nd half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the 2nd half.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Credit the secondary, credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Gets around it. On the return, Harris. A good kick, 49 yards. Just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This time Jackson will throw it. He's got it to Hilton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Here's Jackson, able to slither by, and he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Now Jackson on first down. Completes it to Davis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, we got
Throwing again. Love. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 78 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. The Packers keeping the offense out there now as they'll go for 2.
I don't think you got it, son.
They'll try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
He's not going to get me. Let's go. Hey, go, Mike. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And the catch made by Hilton. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Check, 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 check. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson, and he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking to throw. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Love. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tavon Young, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Johnson, the intended target.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Dobbins. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now Jackson to throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Good coverage there holds them to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. There he goes, right side. And they will finally get him down, and now penalty flags coming in as well. And they might get half the distance here to boot. They come out here in the eye. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
We got 4. We got 4.
To throw on 2nd down. Love. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a one-score game with a 2-point conversion. Back to throw. Love, a very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
Reported the death of a teenager in Cook. Familiar with this case? If so, is this the state's first teenage death? And can you tell us if the teenager in question had underlying conditions?
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory, but they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place that help spur them on to victory.